The geopolitical landscape is being roiled as governments and businesses move towards cleaner energy while responding to the most severe energy crisis since the 1970s. But this transition is being propelled by the need to meet climate goals, technological progress and policy changes. Namibia's discovery of oil and its green hydrogen development agenda is under spotlight, with questions on just how the country intends to develop the new industries, which seem to be a contradiction. President Geingob told the session that the energy mix would not affect the country's commitment to clean energy transition, especially due to the fact that green hydrogen development is long-term.
Some people say, when you are talking about you are transitioning to the hydrogen, how do you talk about oil still? It's no contradiction. The oil is going to be short-lived. Hydrogen is a long way to go. So throughout that progression, we want the world to join us. Already we have friends from Germany and Belgium and so on. But we are just told that we are having the possibility of green hydrogen. We're told it's the future of the world. So that's why Namibia wants to be a superpower, because we are tired of just being a small players.
The clean energy transition would further need a combination of smart investments, technological innovation, policies and collaborations.
We have already those who are showing interest, those whom we know, those who were also with us for a long time, like Germany. German government is very much interested. They have already released about 40 million euros so that we can start with training of our people, establishing the institute that we did with the hydrogen studies, and also for us to start to amend our laws.
The debate is also on just how companies and countries can build a competitive edge to become the clean energy superpower.
And when I think about this whole issue of clean energy superpowers, I think if you just look at the energy system as a whole, we are actually going to be over the next 10 to 20 years in a real period of flux and transition. Because the large companies, the existing energy companies, will be trying to take some of the capital and invest it into the clean energy space. Companies like ours will be growing as well. So you'll actually not really have any one large superpower. You'll actually have a mix of different companies all trying to become get into the space and become much larger.
There may be people expectations on profits, but that's not the main perspective from the policy direction. You need to provide
policy, but from the backers, Minister, it has to be their rationale. They have investors, they have shareholders.
But of course, and this is why we need to understand what it is behind, and it is not exactly the same than what it was to be. I mean, for the time being, or up to now, what we have been witnessing is big companies, and it could only be big companies, because it was quite intense in terms of technology investment, quite intense in need of capital.
This involves financing and right legislation, which the panelists say would drive energy sustainability and protection against security threats.
I actually think 10 years ago we wouldn't have dared raising the voice, because in 10 years ago we would have asked governments, Theresa, for subsidies to run the solutions. Yeah. So in reality, over 10 years, we have reduced levelized cost of energy with 2/3. So the solutions are here. They're effective. They are measured like for like. They can give you the strategic tool, and you don't need to compensate anywhere. So actually, we are building permanent jobs, and we are solving an electricity price. And there's only one thing to get the electricity price back, is more supply. Yeah.
The session was organized to discuss what it takes for countries or companies to become a clean energy superpower without compromising the affordability aspect in the current global context. Blanche Koreses, NBC News, Davos, Switzerland.